Gillingham running away with it over in League Two as they make it 4 wins out of 4. Can anybody catch the Gills? We're going to take a little look next. Number 5 in this year's League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back to all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. It is very, very interesting at the top of the table. MK Dons Wimbledon, of course, the bit of rivals there duking it out for the other automatic spots with Stanley, Salford, Barrow, Morecambe, Crawley Town, Notts County. All with realistic contenders to be in the automatics at the end of the month. Of course, we'll have a look at it, all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. Who are they? They're the bloody patrons, of course. And if you do want to get your names read out with a bit of glory, and of course, support the chat in another way, check out those links down below. But anyway, guys, let's get into the vortex and have a look. What we're talking about, guys, we're talking about League 2, and we're talking about the results and your picks. But let's get, of course, have a look at the results and my picks. So, Stanley with a 2-1 win over Harrogate Town, 1-0 win in my eyes, not too shabby. MK Dons, 3-2 win over Colchester United, 2-1 win in my eyes, not too shabby. Gillingham, 1-0 win over Crawley, 2-0 win in my eyes, not too shabby there. Walsall, mustered a draw against Crewe, got that one wrong. Notts County, 3-1 win over Doncaster, got that one wrong. Morecambe, 3-0 win over Bradford City, I went with a 2-1 win, not too shabby there. Newport County, 3-0 win over the Vegans. Did not get that right. Mansfield duked out with a draw with Grimsby 1-1. Stockport with a 1-0 win over Barrow. I went with the 2-0 win myself. Wimbledon 3-0 win over Sutton United. 2-1 win in my eyes. Salford 4-3 win over Tranmere. What a zinger that was. That was a 7-goal thriller. 10-goal thriller though over in Wales as Deadpool FC came from behind with a 5-5 draw. I went the 2-2 draw. I went goals but didn't go that crazy. And I think I did pretty good here. 1, 2, 3. What we look at? 3, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7 picks out of 12. That's the record right now. Can you beat it? Well, let's have a little look in a second. Of course, this is the Course of Prediction League. Cut.d/League 2, 100% free. Nobody gets paid. Homemade, this league. Homemade. There's the only prediction league out there that you can take part in, 100% free. Go for it, go for it, go for it, of course. But 7 is the magic number. 7 is the magic number. 9 is the magic number. Chris Stocks blows us out of the water here with myself, Andy, Callum, Shepherd up there with 7. Blue Boys up there as well with the rest of the chasing pack. A couple of guys had stinkers, but it's okay. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Of course, as you can see, Stocks may have topped last week, but guess what? Callum H tops it overall with 23 points on the board. Hussein's up there with Sheridan Shepherd, as in the chasing box. Chris Stocks down there in 11th, though, but good make-up week for him. So when you take his 9, he was on what must have been 5 prior to this. So a good leap up the table for him. And again, a couple more weeks like that, and he could be back in the medal contenders in the top 3. But that's, of course, to be had and to be said. But of course, don't forget, you can be in there, get your name read out, of course, and see if you can be in the mix with these guys, of course. Get in amongst it. Of course, this is the table right now. As you see, the Gills leading the charge, looking A-OK. And I think they've got yet to concede a goal. They're just doing their business, aren't they? And I think they're on the right track right now. Good investment this season. Last season was just woeful. So they've got it right this time. MK Dons, of course, should be, you would imagine, being up into the third tier. I think they will have too much going from Graham. Alexandra knows what he does in this division. Wimbledon, of course, treading above their weight. I think they're doing great. Don't get me wrong. Stanley, Salford, Barrow. It's a very northwest feel to that playoffs at the moment with Crawley, Notts County, not too far. Wales. I mean, Deadpool FC into what are they 15th spot. Don't worry, just the 1 defeat so far. Bradford though, concerns maybe for Sparky. Who are down into, 18th right now. But hey, it's early days. We are looking forward to the next match day, which is match number 5, and we're going to have a look at them one by one, starting over in Barrow. That's right, a long way to go for Ryan Reynolds and co, as of course they played each other 19 times up in the northwest. These two sides, 4 wins for Barrow, 6 wins for Wrexham, and we've got 9 draws. Barrow, though, biggest win for them, 3-1 wins, scored 22 goals in those 19 games, 1.16 goals game ratio. Up against Wrexham, of course, 4-1 win was their biggest, 26 goals scored in those 19 games, 1.37 goals game ratio. Of course, 58% form for Wrexham right now, just 1 defeat past 6. Up against Barrow, of course, just 1 win in the last 4, 50% form for them, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Last time around in Barrow, it was a 0-0 draw back in November 2018. That was in the National League, guys. Way a long time ago. Wrexham, though, scoring 9 goals in the last 2 games. However, shipping 7 alongside them. Up against Barrow, who keep it tight. scoring just the one goal themselves in a couple of games, conceding a couple so far. The odds right here, right now for this one, we have Barrow 17-10 for the victory, 6-4 is your Wrexham, 12-5 is the draw. I am going to go with a cheeky 1-1 draw on this one. Barrow denying Deadpool FC a victory here, but making it back-to-back draws for them, of course. Next up, we have Bradford City up against Crewe. Coming at you at where they play? Oh, my mind's all over the place. Play each other at Valley Parade. There we go. It's in there. It's in my brain. Played each other 27 times since 1997. We've got 12 wins for Bradford. We've got 10 wins for Crewe. We've got 5 draws, of course. Bradford, though, 42% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat, though, in the past 4 in all competitions. Up against Crewe, though, unbeaten the last 5, 58% form for them, winning 2 and drawing 3. The biggest win for Crewe over the course of those 27 games, scoring 5 goals. 5-0 win it was, scoring 37 times, averaging 1.37 goals a game ratio. Up against Bradford, though, their biggest win, 4-0 win. They scored 42 goals in those 27 games, 1.56 goals a game ratio. There is goals in this game, according to the history books. Last round, though, over at Valley Parade, it was a 0-0 draw. I was around about this time last season, on 27th of August, 2022. That was match number 6. Crewe, though, coming into on the back of that 2-2 draw against Walsall. Bradford with that 3-0 loss against Morecambe, which would have stung a little bit with the track record of the coaches on that one. Of course, Bradford, though, 7-4 on for the victory. 3-1 is the draw. 9-2 is your away win. I'm going to back Crewe here to lose, unfortunately. A big 2-0 win for Bradford, who are under trouble. I think they're in a bit of a soft spot right now, and Mark Hughes needs a victory and fast. Next up, we have Gillingham up against Colchester United coming at you over in Gillingham now. Of course, these two sides played each other 21 times since 2005. 10 wins for Gillingham, 9 for Colchester, 2 draws, of course. Gillingham, 6 on the spin for them, 100% form up against Colchester, 4 defeats on the spin, 25% form for them right now. Woeful at the moment. The biggest win, though, for Colchester, 5-0 win, scored 37 goals in those 21 games, 1.76 goals a game ratio. Up against Crewe, up against Gillingham, of course, biggest win for them, 2-0 win, scoring 35 goals in those 21 games, 1.67 goals a game ratio, of course. Heading into this last round over at Gillingham in the league. Was a 1-0 win for Colchester back in December 2022. That was in a Boxing Day last season. Colchester 3-2 loss against Milton Keynes most recently. Gillingham 1-0 win against Crawley. In fact, it's been 1-0 wins all season for them as they try to keep a clean sheet once again. 2017 on is your Gillingham here. 23-10 is the draw. 10-3 is your away win. Going to go with another 1-0 win. Gillingham just do that at the moment, and that will keep them top of the table no matter what. They've got a gap already. If they just win the rest of the games, they will be promoted. Simple as. Walsall up against Grimsby, of course, coming at you over at the Bescott. That's right. Also on Saturday, August the 26th. Played each other according to my eyes 14 times in 1999. 7 wins for Walsall, 4 for Grimsby. 3 draws, of course. Walsall, though, just 1 win in 5, 40% form for them right now. Grimsby, 1 win in 6, 33% form for them right now. Their biggest win, though, over Walsall, 3-1 win, scoring 15 goals in the 14 games, 1.07 goals game ratio. Up against Walsall, 4-0 win, their biggest, over Grimsby, scoring 24 goals in those 14 games, 1.71 goals game ratio. Heading into this last time around, the over end Walsall was a 2-1 win for Grimsby. That was back in August 2022. That was last season, around about this time last season. Walsall, though, picking up a 2-2 draw against Crewe, and of course Grimsby with a 1-1 draw against high flyers, you would imagine, Mansfield. The odds, though, for this one, we have Walsall 7-5 for the victory, 90-10 is your Grimsby, and 9-4 is the draw. Got a back a draw here. Cannot really separate two sides at the moment. 1-1 for me over at the Bescott. Next up, of course, we're Harrogate Town up against Morecambe, of course, coming at you this weekend. Played each other according to my eyes 3 times to 2021 for Harrogate, 2 for Morecambe, and we've got 0 draws right now. Morecambe coming at you on 42% form for them, winning twice at the last 6. They scored their biggest win over Harrogate was a 1-0 win, scored just 3 goals in the course of those 3 games. That's a goal a game average. Harrogate, 3 defeats on the spin for them, 50% form for them. Their biggest win over Morecambe, 2-1 win, scoring just 2 goals in the 3 games, 0.67 goals game ratio. Of course, last time around over at Harrogate, it was a 1-0 win for Morecambe back in March 2021. Morecambe, back-to-back clean sheets for them. Harrogate, of course, 3 defeats on the spin. Kind of woeful form heading into this game right now. We're looking at the odds here. 6-5 is your Harrogate, 21-10 is your Morecambe, 5-2 is the draw. I'm going for Morecambe here with a 1-0 win for them on the road. And I think they could be contenders for the playoffs once again at Morecambe. So let's see if they can keep on going this campaign. Mansfield up against Stockport, a bit of a zinger this one. As both sides pre-season, you would have fancied been up there in the playoff talk. Both sides right now had a stuttered start. 14 times they played each other since 2002. 8 wins for Mansfield, 3 for Stockport, 3 draws, of course. Mansfield, though, unbeaten in the last 6 games, into 10th spot in the league right now. However, however, drawing 3 and winning 3, 75% form for them right now. Their biggest win over Stockport, 4-1 win, scoring 28 goals in those 14 games, 2 goals a game average. Stockport, though, their biggest win, 2-1 win, scoring 18 goals in the 14 games, 1.29 goals game ratio. They're, of course, back-to-back games without a loss, 42% form for them over the last 6. Last time around, though, in Mansfield, it was a 2-1 win for Mansfield, who are unbeaten against Stockport over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and a draw to boot, both home and away. Mansfield, though, draw against Grimsby most recently. Stockport with a cheeky 1-1 win over Barrow. Of course, the odds right here, right now, we've got 5-4 your Mansfield, 12-10 is, of course, your visitors, and we have 12-5 is the draw here. Going to go with a 2-1 win for the host here, Mansfield. Of course, better in the table at the moment, but again, at the end of the season, I think these two sides should both be in the mix for playoffs. We'll see about that. MK Dons against Doncaster. Again, Doncaster were one of my tips to do very, very well. So far, they've looked absolutely like dog shit. And they take on one of the high flyers. It is MK Dons right now over at the Stadium MK. Played each other 16 times, 2004. 3 wins to MK Dons, 8 wins to Doncaster. We've got 5 draws, of course. MK Dons, biggest win for them, 3-0 win, scoring 15 goals in those 16 games, 0.94 goals game ratio. Up against Doncaster, of course, 3-0 win was their biggest, 18 goals scored in the 16 games, 1.13 goals game ratio heading into this, of course. They are on 42% form right now, just 1 win and 5 up against MK Dons, winning 3 out of 6, 50% form for them at the moment. Last time around at the Stadium MK, it was a 1-0 win for Doncaster back in January 2022. They did back-to-back wins over them last time around. That was back in 2021-2022 season. MK Dons, 3-2 win over Colchester most recently. Doncaster with a 3-1 loss against Notts County. The odds, though, for this one, we have 11-8 on is your MK Dons, 7-2 is your Doncaster, 11-4 is the draw. Contrasting starts to the season. Second top versus second bottom, I believe. 3-0 win for MK Dons. That's the way I'm going on this one. Next up, we have a Newport County up against Sutton United, of course, over in Wales. That's right now. These two sides have played each other 10 times since 2005. 5 wins for Newport County, 2 for Sutton United. We have 3 draws, of course. Newport County, 2-0 win for them was their biggest, scoring 13 goals in those 10 games, 1.30 goals game ratio. Up against Sutton United, their biggest win, 2-0 win, scoring 9 goals in those 10 games, 0.90 goals game ratio. They come into this also on 33% form. That's 3 defeats on the spin for them, for Sutton United. Up against Newport County, just 1 defeat past 4, 50% form for them over the last 6. Last time around, of course, over in Wales, it was a 2-0 win for Sutton United, who are unbeaten against Newport County over the last 3. Sutton United, though, of course, back-to-back games now without a goal, losing to Gillingham and then most recently to Wimbledon. Newport County, though, scoring 5 goals in the last 2 games, 9 goals over the last 3 games. 9 goals, we're going more. We're going 12 goals. 12 goals in the last 4 games, so averaging 3 goals a game have Newport County. So expect them to find the back of the net on this one. I don't know what I've gone with, though, on here. We've got Newport County 11-10 for the victory, 23-10 is the draw, 5-2 is, of course, the away win here. I have gone with just the 1-0 win. I'm going with the Newport County victory here, but when I look back at that, it's probably going to be a stone cold 3-0, of course, down below. Next up, of course, we have Notts County up against Tranmere Rovers, of course. Notts County doing A-OK right now so far this season, up against Tranmere, who are in 19th spot. Not a great start for them. Played each other 18 times in 1993. We've got 5 wins for Notts County, got 8 wins for Tranmere. We've got 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Notts County, 2-0 win, scoring 21 goals in those 18 games, 1.17 goals game ratio. Up against Tranmere, 4-0 win with the biggest, 27 goals scored in those 18 games, 1.50 goals game ratio. Coming at you, though, 42% form for Tranmere right now, winning twice in the last 6. Up against Notts County, unbeaten in the last 3, 50% form for them over the last 6. That's 1-2, lost 2, and drawn 2. Tranmere lost to Notts County last time around back in December 2018. That was in League 2. Notts County with a big 3-1 win over Doncaster. Tranmere, though, 7-goal thriller to Salford, but they did lose. The odds on this Gadgerino, we have 13-8 is your Notts County, 3-1 is the draw, 17-4 is your away win here. Tranmere going to back the host here, 2-1 win for them. They are actually serious contenders for the playoffs, you would imagine. So they've adapted well to League 2. Salford against Accrington, Stanley, a bit of a northwest crunch clash this one over in Salford. Now these two sides play each other just twice. Since 2020, 2 wins out of 2 for Salford. They scored 4-2 win was their biggest. So Salford scored 6 goals in those 2 games, 3 goals a game average. Up against Accrington, Stanley and John Coleman in the dugout. 3 goals scored in those 2 games, 1.50 goals game ratio. They come into on 58% form for them right now, winning 3 out of the last 6. Up against Salford, also on 58% form, winning 3 over the last 6 as well. Last time around, it was a 4-2 win on penalties, I believe. Back in March 2022 in the EFL Trophy. That's the only 2 times they played each other in the EFL Trophy. Stanley, though, 2-1 win over Harrogate. Most recently Salford with that 7-goal thriller over Tranmere. The odds here, we have 5-4 on is your Salford, 5-2 is your 7-2 is your away win. I'm back in at least a 1-0 win for Salford. It could easily be a draw, though. It's you know, Coleman is very handy, and this is, of course, a local affair, so I do anticipate a tough game, but I think Salford will just nick it in the end. Next up, we have Swindon Town against Crawley. Swindon with that epic 10-goal thriller most recently, still ringing in our ears. They're in 13th spot right now against Crawley, who are in 8th. Played each other 19 times for 2010. 5 wins for Swindon, 7 wins for Crawley, and 7 draws, of course. Swindon, though, biggest win for them, 4-0 win, scored 26 goals in those 19 games, 1.37 goals game ratio. Up against Crawley, 3-0 win was their biggest, 23 goals scored in the 19 games, 1.21 goals game ratio. Of course, 58% form for Crawley right now, winning 3 of the last 6. Up against Swindon, also 58% form, just 1 defeat the past 6, drawing a lot of games right now. Of course, Swindon, 2-1 win last round over in Swindon back in May 2023. Of course, 5-5 draw most recently for Swindon. Crawley with a 1-0 loss against Gillingham, as people do. They always lose 1-0 to bloody Gillingham. 11-10 honours your Swindon. 5-2 is draw. 20-10 is the away win here. I'm going to back Swindon despite Crawley's form and situation at the table. I think Swindon are a better side. Charlie Austin scoring goals. I think he'll keep on going to push them towards the tip of the top of the table. And then up to the top there we have Wimbledon up against Forest Green over at Plough Lane. Played each other 5 times in 2009. 2 wins for Wimbledon, 1 win for Forest Green, 2 draws, of course. Wimbledon unbeaten in the last 6. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 10. 83% form for them right now. Their biggest win over Forest Green, 5-2, of course, scoring 9 goals in those 5 games, 1.80 goals game ratio. Up against the Vegans, of course, their biggest win, their only win, 2-1 win over Wimbledon, scoring 5 goals in those 5 games, 1 goal a game average. 33% form for them right now, just 1 win and 5. Last round, they're over at Wimbledon. It was a 2-1 win for Forest Green. That was in the FA Cup back in November 2015. Last time I played in the league at Wimbledon was a 1-1 draw back in October 2010. It was in the National League. The Vegans, 3-0 loss against Newport County most recently, back-to-back home wins, back-to-back home defeats for them. Wimbledon back-to-back home wins and back-to-back games without conceding a goal. So looking pretty good right now. Even teams for your Wimbledon, 5-2 to draw, 13-5 is your away win here, guys. Going to go with a 1-0 win for the Dons, of course, and that'll push them towards the top of the table, of course. And I believe that is it, guys. Of course, as you can see, my picks right here from the tip of the top to the bottom of the pops, of course, all there in black and white. And if I'm right, we will see. Don't forget, if you're right, you'll be up there in the prediction league. But if I am right, of course, Gillingham will remain top of the table, of course, 5 for 5. MK Dons up there. Wimbledon remaining in the mix, of course. And I think that just about does it. Salford, Morecambe, Notts County and Mansfield in the playoffs. Going down, Doncaster, Colchester, a couple of teams there still to play an extra game, but still looking woeful for Doncaster. Looking pretty brilliant for Gillingham at the moment with a 5-point clearance over the playoff pack, of course. So fantastic stuff for Jill so far. Can they keep it going? We'll have to wait and see. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Back again for match number 6 very, very soon. Of course, games do come thick and fast over in League 2. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you later for the next one.